Hello students, welcome back. Today I am discussing about the new feature of grouping. Last time I have discussed about how to create group, how to see group details, how to see each group according to our choice, how to see the size of our group, how to see the total number of counting according to our group and other columns, and we can also sum of our all columns according to group. But here I am discussing about some more new feature, means we can also use aggregate function. We already used aggregate function in pivoting concept. The same thing also used in our grouping concept. So let us start. You can see uh, uh, grouping to group data based on single column and summarize calculation. So here you can see the syntax of group by. In this group by syntax, you can see group by, it is our function. Group column name, which column I want to group. Then we can also subgroup, and here this thing is important. After grouping, select a numerical column. uh, for this purpose, which column I want to perform sum, max, mean. So select a numerical column and then also specify which type of numerical calculation I want to see. So here at least uh, in grouping we require at least three things. Always first you select a column which you want to group. Then after selecting the column, also select another column which have numerical data. Then after this you can select operation, which type of operation you want to see. Okay, so here I am taking the same example which I have already discussed in earlier video. Name, year, items and sales. Here we can say a company have only two salesmen, Ram and Mohan, and different year 2015 and 2016 data, and in company have only two items, TV and radio, and the sales you can see of particular salesman. But I want to analyze this table uh, based on our different type of grouping. So Python provide a very good facility, group by function we can use to analyze our data and see the amazing result, and we can take a long term decision according to this analysis. So you can see, but before because grouping, the internal process of grouping, I want to explain, but it is not important. But if we know how to Python will use the internal process to group our data, so we can easily understand and become an interesting topic. So you can see again, here I am taking first thing is the name column. Okay, so in name column, name wise grouping again. So you can see Mohan and the sales is 1. You can see Mohan, the sales is 1. Okay, the Mohan, the sales is 5. The Mohan, the sales is 5. The Mohan, the sales is 5. So the total all the Mohan and with regarding sales you can see put together here. Mohan 1 5, Mohan again 5, and Mohan again 5. All the Mohan buys group data and regarding the sales. So you can see for grouping we need require at least three things. First grouping, then a numerical column, and then a particular operation. So here I already show two things, but here one name is also require Ram. All the Ram data and with cells you can see Ram 2, Ram 4 and Ram 1, and you can see uh, RAM 1 and RAM 3. So you can see in this table all the name wise data with regarding cell Mohan and Ram. But I want to group directly. So you can see, to perform a arithmetic operation, so we can directly only use the name Mohan and Ram, and all the cells one by one collectively I want to mention here 1 comma 5 comma 5 and Ram 2 comma 4 comma 1 comma 3. So Python will perform this operation internally in the memory, but this is our data name wise and cells numerical column. But in cells, which arithmetic operation or which arithmetic calculation I want to see, or which statistical analysis I want to see in cells, we can use so many things. We can sum this data, we can find maximum of particular group wise, we can find minimum, we can find mean, mode, variance and standard deviation. So first I want to sum this cell each group wise. So very simple thing. Now final sum of each cell, you can say the Mohan as total cells 1 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. So the result is 16. The Ram sum is 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 3. So Ram sum is 10. But to achieve this output, we can use the group by command. DF we already know, dot group by. Last time I have used pivot underscore table, but here the structure is changed to group by. Then first, because group by function, we always require three things. First, which column I want to group. Here I am taking name, so name wise you can see. Then also select a numerical column, because without numerical column we cannot perform arithmetic operation. So here I am taking cells. Here one thing is important. Here the numerical column always use in square bracket. So you always keep in mind in square bracket. So cells. So you can see cells, all the cells you can see. But these cells, which operation I want to perform. So here I am using dot egg means aggregation, and here I mention np dot sum. So you can see name group, all the cells, and all the cells, sum of all the cells. You can see 1 plus 5 plus 5, 2 plus 4 plus 1 3. You can see simple, that's all. But already 90% work we already done. So the copy this command directly and paste below as it is, df dot group by name cells dot egg. But here last time I have used np dot sum, here I am using np dot max simply. So you can see 1 comma 5 comma 5, the maximum value is 5, and 2 comma 4 1 comma 3, the maximum value is 4. So you can see Mohan maximum cells 5, Ram maximum cell 4. If you want to see the minimum cell, simply copy this command and paste, and here only one change, np dot mean. You can see minimum cells Mohan 1 and Ram 1. You can see 1 comma 5 comma 5 minimum 1, 2 comma 4 1 minimum is 1. So you can see the minimum cells. But I want to say the average cell. So copy and paste this command. Only one thing you can change, np dot mean. So this is a average. Average means total number of values 1 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 upon 4, and 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 3 upon 4, because average formula is total number of values upon the number of terms. So you can see the average cells. Average cell, because average and mean is important analytical tool to see our balancing cells. So we can take the decision on the basis of average value. Okay, so this is a simple thing. Only the group by, but you keep in the always remember in mind, in group by we require at least three things. First, which column want to group. Second, select a numerical column. Then after selecting the numerical columns, also specify which type of operation, arithmetic operation you want to perform on this numerical column. Okay, and all the arithmetic operation with np dot sum, np dot max, np dot mean and np dot mean, we can put together directly in one picture. So you can see the same thing in df dot group by name cells dot egg. Here I am using square bracket, and all the arithmetic operation aggregate function I am put together, np dot sum, np dot max, np dot mean and np dot mean. So the all above output we can directly see in one result. You can see the Mohan total cells 16, maximum cells of Mohan is 5, minimum cell is 1, average cell is 4. So this data we can a company see, and um, uh, every salesman we can determine the performance of the salesman, and we can take the decision. Okay, so this is an important analysis, but this work easily performed by using a group by function, and the same output we can achieve by using a pivot underscore table also. So there are different ways, different function Python provide, and we can analysis. Okay, I want to discuss one thing. We already know in sorting we can also perform sub sort. The same thing here. We can group and also subgroup, and then we can see the result. So we can use grouping and subgrouping operation. So you can see the grouping and subgrouping example. So the syntax is all the thing is same. Here 4 things. Last time in group by we always use 3 things, but in subgrouping one more thing, add 4 things. Grouping column, then subgroup name, then select a numerical column, then select a arithmetic operation. So here one thing is add new subgroup name. So I am taking the same example here. Here I am taking name wise, then every name, then I want to subgroup in year wise, then I want to see the cells analysis. For this purpose, here I am selecting the first name wise group, then subgroup name is year, and then we can select cells numerical column. So you can see. So for this purpose I am selecting, first we select the name wise. You can see name wise means all the Mohan data, Mohan 2015 1, the second record Mohan 2015 5, and this record I want to select from this our original table one by one. Then Mohan 2016 5, then Mohan 2016 5, then another salesman data is Ram 2015 2, Ram 2015 4, Ram 2016 1. So here I want to show here grouping and subgrouping. Main grouping name wise, then subgrouping according to name in year. So you can see, and Ram 2016 1, Ram 2016 3. So you can see name wise grouping, and according to each name you can subgroup of the year, and according to this year we can analysis our cells. Year wise also we can analysis. So for this purpose you can see this is our final grouping table, Mohan and Ram. This is our main grouping. Then subgrouping according to year. So 2015, all the 2015 the cells is 1, 5. So here this is our step by step grouping records, but here for the analysis purpose we can compact this table. So the same kind of data we can write here only one time. So 2015 1, 5, 2016 5, 5. In Ram 2015 2, 4. So this is our group by table. So this is a very important table which can Python perform in internally, but in this table we can perform so many arithmetic operations. So you can see the simple thing is df dot group by, we already know, name we already know, this is our main column, then here is our subgroup name. Okay, and here third thing is we always select numerical column name. So here I want to select cells, and which operation I want to perform on cells column. Here I want to see sum. So here you can see the Mohan 2050 cells 6 items, Mohan 2016 cells 10 items, Ram 2015 cells 6 item, and Ram's 2016 cells 4 item. So based on this table we can find the sum of cells year wise, but in year wise also a particular name wise. Okay, but instead of sum we can also perform to see the maximum result of year wise. So you can see 1 comma 5 the maximum is 5, 5 comma 5 maximum is 5, 2 comma 4 maximum is 4, 1 comma 3 maximum is 3. So we can see this is a very important analysis. You can see in Mohan 2015 maximum sale is 5, in Mohan 2016 maximum sale is 5, RAM 2015 maximum sale is 4, and RAM 2016 maximum sale is 3. And if you want to see the minimum sale, here only one thing you can change, np dot mean. So only the minimum sales of particular name, and in each name in particular year you can see minimum sale. If you want to see the average sale, simply you can write here np dot mean. So you can see the mean average sales year wise and according to name, and all the aggregate result we can put together directly in one result. So here you can see here the same thing here, df dot group by name, then year subgroup, then sales, then all the aggregate function we can use in square bracket dot using egg function dot egg np dot sum max mean and np dot mean average. You can see directly we can see the our final analysis report year wise of a particular name. You can see sum, max, mean and mean. So this is our input analysis. The same thing we can perform using our pivot underscore table. So we have two important function, pivot underscore table and group by function. Using this function we can perform statistical analysis of our data, historical data. Okay students, now I want to discuss a few new things regarding pivoting and grouping. So you can see, we can comparative see the result here. You can see the first cross table analysis and grouping and subgrouping analysis. For the, you can see the output of this table and output of the table is exactly same, but layout is different. When we use pivot table syntax is different. First we use index, means pivot row, columns, pivot column and values in pivot cell and select the operation. So the result is different in different layout. But when we use df dot group by, here we can use group, then subgroup, then numerical column name, and then we select the aggregate function of this numerical column. So you can see the layout is different, but the output value is same. So we have two options, we can use pivot underscore table or group by, but you always keep in mind the syntax is different. Okay, so you can see here pivot underscore table we already know, but here we have two functions, pivot function and pivot underscore table function. We already use pivot underscore table, but we can also use pivot function. But here pivot function is limitation is, you can see highlighted value Mohan 2015 and Mohan 2015 when the index data is same. So when we use pivot function, it is difficult to analysis. You can see about two rows are highlighted of same data, so pivot cannot reshape our data, means we cannot put a name in pivot row, or we cannot put a year in pivot column, because it is difficult when we use pivot function to reshape. So it cannot reshape our data. You can see here I am putting index, year, columns, name and values, but when we use pivot function it show the errors, because Mohan 2015, Mohan 2015 the same data is available. So pivot function is have limitation. You can see pivot function have two limitation. It generate error for duplicate index value. You can see duplicate index means Mohan 2015 and Mohan 2015 again. So the pivot cannot reshape our data. Pivot cannot perform arithmetic operation. Pivot function has one limitation. Pivot cannot perform arithmetic operation, means sum, max, mean, pivot it is not perform. So that about two limitation of pivot function overcome by, we can use pivot underscore table. We have already discussed. So pivot underscore table generate no error for duplicate values, also perform various arithmetic operation. So we always use pivot underscore table function, we already used. And in this function, when we have same uh, data Mohan 2017 Mohan 2015, so it can receive our data, we can also perform arithmetic operation on this data. So you can see index name, you can see name in all index pivot row, year, you can see the year 2015, and I want to select the cells in pivot cell, and I want to sum. But important thing is, when we egg function is equal to np dot sum, if we don't use here, so Python by default use always mean, means always perform average value. You can see index name column year value is equal to cells, but here I am not mention egg function is equal to np dot sum. So Python always perform arithmetic mean, means average value. You can see, not if we do not use egg function np dot sum in above statement, so that pivot underscore table perform arithmetic mean, means it will always use the average value of this function. If we don't use egg function in the statement, so by default the absence of egg function always use average calculation in the numerical pivot cell. Okay, here one more new small thing is difference between group by and transform. Okay, group by we already discussed, but here I want to discuss a new thing. We already know the group by function require at least three things: the grouping column name, numerical group name, and operation. So you can see name, cells, np dot sum. You can see name wise Ram 2 or 4. You can see 6, and Mohan, you can see 1 or 5. 1 or 5 is 6. So you can see in above output each name wise group and column wise are displayed. According to each name, sum is also calculated. We know this already, we already discussed. But here group by, the one limitation is we cannot create a new calculated column. When we use group by, we cannot create a new calculated column. So group by have one limitation: we cannot add a new column for our calculation purpose. So to overcome this limitation, we can use transform method in group by command. Transform can create a new calculated column. So here you can see, here I am taking the same example, name, year, cells. You can see here I am writing group by name, cells, but here I am using new thing, transform np dot sum. So you can see the output 0, 1, 2, 3. So all the RAM 2, 4, the output is 6. All the Mohan 1, 5, the output is 6. So according to index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, each line by line it find the grouping sum and put here. So here always the grouping result always repeat. Here grouping result not repeat, only one time show. But here each and every row grouping result is repeat. So it is a good thing. So using this thing, we can create a new calculated column. So here I am showing, you can see in above output each name wise group, but transform item does not show name column. Yes, this thing is important. Only you can see the final result, name is not shown here, and does not show name column and show all the sum of cell in group repeats. But transform method is very useful to create a new calculated column in our data frame, supposed to increase cells value by 2 for each salesman. So how can you do that? You can create a new column, df in square bracket cells new is equal to df dot group by name, cells, and we can use transform np dot sum. Then we can use +2. You can see here, you can see our new table. name year cells is already present, but here you can see a new column, cells new. All the cells new is 6666, but here I am using plus 2, so 6 plus 2 8 8 8 8. So we can increase the cells of plus 2 of every salesman, all the rows, by creating a new calculated column. So transform is important function. We can add a new column, and after adding a new column we can also perform a calculation. So today I am discussing about grouping, subgrouping, difference between group by and pivot table, and only pivot function and pivot underscore table function difference, and group by and transform difference and limitation. Okay, thank you students.